Cheryl with Yoga in Small Spaces. We are on day 15 of a 28-day somatic journey. So if you're new to my channel, you can there's no starting of sequences or the poses that I do. You're more than welcome to do today, and then just go back and look at the other ones. So just a little quick review on the last 14 days up till today. So today being day 15. I've introduced mostly new somatic movement flows each day. Sometimes it includes a pranayama meditation. Sometimes it's both somatic movement flows. And this program, this training is through Gentle Somatic Yoga created by James Knight. And he's been working with Hannah Somatics for years. So he created Gentle Somatic Yoga with his expertise from Hannah Somatics. And I just loved the program, did a lot of research on it, and I'm already a certified level 1 instructor, and I am at the end of finishing my level 2. So hopefully I'll have that certification very soon. So the reason I'm doing this journey is I want to see how my body feels at the end of the 28 days. But what also is really cool is I'm not changing really anything else through my day. I have my other physical activities that I do, and and then all the other things, from even just sitting watching a show or going out for my daily dog walks with Gracie. You can see her legs a little bit to the side, nothing too crazy. So for today, we're going to be working on 2 somatic movement flows, and one of them actually we're not really moving at all. It's more of an inner perception, or interception. I'm so bad with big words. Anyways, on how it feels in the position that we're in. And then the other one, we're going to be working a little, we'll have some movement. So I'm actually going to start with the one that we're not really moving a lot. It's really small micro movements. And I'm going to do it a side profile, just so you can see what's happening with my body, even though I'm not flowing through anything. All right. And maybe you won't see a difference. Maybe you will. We'll see what happens. So our first one is our somatic, standing somatic body scan. And that's exactly what we're doing, is we're just doing a body scan standing. And while we're in that standing position, making little micro adjustments of what the internal feel, like which way I should move things. And I'll be starting from the feet up. And then after that, we'll be coming to the floor, and we'll be doing a somatic hip opener, which has some self-pendiculation. So remember, pendiculation is a yawn, almost kind of like an example, like you're going to contract muscles and then allow the muscles to completely let go. That's a huge technique within gentle somatic yoga. And then we'll also be doing the lock-in at the end of the hip opener, which we haven't done yet in the first 14 days. And the lock-in is basically when we're done a flow, then we give a contraction in the opposite direction of that joint, put a little bit of pressure, and then allows the other muscles that were being repatterned to completely release and let go. All right. So starting with our standing somatic body scan. Like I said, I'm going to do a side view of this, side profile. I find if I'm standing forward, you're not really going to see much. If you're doing this with me, I will be giving verbal cues. So, let's get started. So coming onto the ground, like you're standing, shoulders are relaxing away from the ears. And before we even start anything, I just want you to recognize your breath. Noticing sensations in the body that might be standing out more prominent than other parts of the body. Anything from warmth, lengthening, like a natural lengthening. Is there any discomfort happening within the body? And if you're noticing, looking at me on the camera or through the camera here, just noticing my stance before I start working into the body scan. And because I'm not looking at the camera, I don't have any visual of what's going on or what I look like at the present moment. I can feel, but I can't see it. Drawing the attention to the feet. Giving a gentle push into my feet. And just noticing the sensations going from my feet into the ankles. I'm going to make sure my knees are soft. Bringing my awareness within my hips and my pelvis, groin, and my glutes, my buttock muscles. I'm just going to make a little bit of a micro adjustment. I'm feeling a sensation in my lower back, and I just want to tilt my pelvis slightly, or sorry, not tilt, I'm tucking my pelvis slightly, and just that gentle tuck, I feel an ease within my lower back. So my feet are still gently pushing, grounding into the earth. My knees are soft, not locked. I have that gentle tuck of the pelvis. And just to this point, I almost feel like I have a hunched shape. It's not huge, but I feel like I'm rounding more. I feel like my head's jutting forward a little bit. I'm just noticing. And then moving to my torso and my chest. Just feeling how the breath's flowing in and out of my nose and how it feels when it hits the lungs, the rib cage. Just kind of moving things around, really small and gentle. Just checking again that my feet are engaged, my knees have not locked. My pelvis is still tucked gently forward. Moving to my shoulders, I feel like they're rounding a little bit forward. I'm just going to gently pull them back, then away from the ears. And it's kind of funny because I feel like I lost a connection to my pelvis. So I'm just gently tucking. Moving to my neck. I feel like someone's gently pulling on my occiput, which is where it meets the base of my skull to the spine, and just bringing my chin in gently. Allowing my jaw to relax. All facial muscles are soft. Eyes, forehead, and just a little bit of elongation to the spine. So someone's gently pulling the top of my head towards the ceiling. I'm just going to release it all. March my feet for a second. And just do a little check-in. Feet are comfortable. And now just standing. I actually have less of a discomfort in my lower back. I feel like I'm a little bit taller. I'm not forcing anything here. And I'll just stand here for another second or so you can see if you notice a difference in my stance. And I'm just gonna turn myself around. I don't know, I wasn't looking at the camera at all, so I feel like I have gained maybe 1/4 of an inch in height. It's just how I feel. When I rewatch the video, it'll be interesting to see if I actually see something and if you see something. I'm going to make my way down onto the ground. So I am going to just pause for 1 second and I'll meet you on the mat. I'm now on the floor. Here we go. So what's beautiful about starting with that standing somatic body scan is it also works within the breath. Sorry about that. It's my necklace. Working into your breath, relaxing the nervous system, so tapping into the sympathetic nervous system. I am actually going to lift this just a little bit. Sorry about that. There we go. There we go. There. All right. Now it's not just the top of my head, right? Got a little bit of room. So for the next SMF that we're going to be doing, it's going to be the Somatic Hip Opener. So if you are having any issues with the knees and sitting like this, so I have my right leg coming in the front, left leg bent back. If this is uncomfortable or the seated position, just bring in props, bring in pillows, bring in blankets. If you need to sit on something to give a little ease into the hips, you want to have the left leg extended, you can have the left leg extended. So find where you feel most comfortable. So as I was saying, I'm introducing you to a lock-in on this also, which we do at the very end of each side. So we have self-pendiculation and we have a lock-in. And if you want to add in a means whereby, if you're feeling any of that sensory motor amnesia, where when you're moving through a flow and it's almost like your body's skipping, like the muscles are like having a hard time communicating with the brain or vice versa. And that's where you do like little micro movements and kind of play with the movement. So here we go. Right leg is in the front, left is in the back, okay? With the right leg, we're going to do our post check. And this is where we're not going to be contracting muscles. We're going to be raising this knee up to see how far it comes towards us. So without any pain or strain or stretch. So this is as far as my knee's coming up. I have about, I would say, 8 inches from my knee to the floor. And I'm going to release that down. So here we go. We're going to go into a hip opening flow with self-pendiculation. So I'm going to raise my knee up and then slowly lowering it down. My right thigh or knee is gently pushing into my left hand gently pushing down. And wherever it stops, then I just release, relax. I have 2 more of those. Raising the right knee up. Left hand's gently on there, gentle push. Self-assisted here. Where it wants to stop, I just let go. Breath in, breath out. My mic's taking a vacation. There we go. One more. Raise up. Left hand gently on that right. A little bit push and pull here pushing into one another. Bringing it down. and release. Now the lock-in is the opposite direction of that kind of push against one another. I'm going to take my right hand, actually raise my leg, left hand, and I'm pushing my right knee into my left hand, vice versa, and letting go. Relaxing. Now let's see, without any aid, how far my right knee, so how open I worked in to get into that right hip. So without any strain, stretch, or anything, let's see how far I can lift this knee up. Whew, right there. Look at that. I gained at least another 4 inches. It's pretty cool. I'll release it. I'm going to extend my legs out so you can see where this is working. It's working into my hips, pelvis, legs, feet, toes. It's all working within the fascial chain, right? All right, other side. So remember, if you need any props, give yourself those props, get comfortable. Let's do a check-in. Let's see how far left wants to come up. Oh, right there. All right, I think that is maybe, it's like my hand's open, so maybe 5 inches. I thought for sure this one would come up further. I guess not. It's very exciting to see and a lot of knowledge on that. Here we go. I'm going to raise my left knee up, right hand, and now they're gently pushing against one another. The right hand's going to win with bringing that knee down and then let go. Inhale and exhale. 2 more. Raising up, meeting the left hand, gentle push. Contracting and releasing. 1 more. Here we go. Raising up. Here we go. Gentle push. Release. I'm going to do that lock-in. Right hand pushing up onto left knee and vice versa, left knee into right hand. And release. All right, let's see if I grew any movement, got any opening into the left hip and pelvis. Woohoo! So cool. I know you can see it. I can see it. It's amazing. It's amazing when we take that time connecting nice and slow, the growth we can get and the knowledge about our own somas, our bodies. Oh, it's so amazing. Well, thank you for joining me for day 15. So today was the standing somatic body scan. I'll be really intrigued to look back to see if there's a difference from when I first stood to at the end of the body scan. Like I said, I couldn't see myself, so don't have that visual info. But I had a feeling of what was easier, especially within my lower back. Seated hip opener, that's somatic hip opener. Wow, amazing. Grew about, I'd say on this side, I got another 4 or 5 inches on lift and opening in my hip. And then on the left side, it was exponential. I got at least 8 or so inches in growth. Have a fantastic day, fantastic week. If you have any questions or concerns, shoot me a DM or have a comment on the bottom. You can find me at yogainSmallSpaces.com and Yoga in Small Spaces with Cheryl on Facebook and Instagram. And have a fantastic day, fantastic week. I think I already said it, fantastic month. Yeah. All right. I will be back here tomorrow for day 16. Mwah. Bye.